No! Your options this weekend are not limited to that Home Alone movie that, let's be honest, none of us really care about. Now we got Red Notice, baby, a movie that's just the contrast between critics and audiences. Wow! I love to see that. I don't know, it just cracks me up. So Red Notice, I never even saw a trailer for it, so I can't say like, if you saw the trailer, I don't know. But partway into my description, you're gonna be like, oh, right, it's one of those movies. Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, they play master thieves, and The Rock, I always call him The Rock. I get shit for calling him The Rock. People are like, it's Dwayne Johnson. Look, I didn't tell him to pick that Twitter handle. That's on him. I say The Rock with my words, but I say Dwayne Johnson with my heart. There. But he's an FBI agent, but he gets framed, so now he and Ryan Reynolds have to work together to steal these Cleopatra eggs. And so, you know, it's the thief movie. It's thieves working with thieves and FBI agents working with thieves to outsmart the bigger thief. It's total 90s thief schlock that's actually a pretty good time. I mean, it has its flaws, absolutely. I'll talk about as many of them as I can, but The Rock and Ryan Reynolds, they work. I feel like Ryan Reynolds is getting to where I had family members in the 90s who were like, okay, I'm kind of over Jim Carrey movies, but I was still on the train like, no, I still love Jim Carrey. When an actor is essentially the same character and everything, he starts wearing thin on people, and Ryan Reynolds is exactly what you think he's going to be in this movie.
You can't prove that was me. I got that on Etsy.
That said, the contrast between him and The Rock being super big, Mr. Stoic, and Ryan Reynolds being, in every sense of the word, the exact opposite. They work together and it entertains me. It always entertains me when Ryan Reynolds' character is just annoying the shit out of someone. I mean, granted, he'd probably annoy me if I just wanted to get the job done and he's just talking shit. Like if I were in the room trying to do the job, yeah, I empathize. That said, in the capacity of sitting half naked on my couch in my robe watching a Netflix movie, completely works for me. It sounded a bit differently in my head than it came out. If I don't edit that out, I just figured you should know. And yeah, at a point in watching this movie, I was like, this is the 90s movie that you're supposed to take it about as seriously as you take 90s movies. Although in the world of emulation in any form, whether it be video games or genre and decade, it's never perfectly replicated. This movie has a lot more conveniences. I mean, 90s movies had conveniences. Maybe it's my rose-colored goggles. It has a lot of conveniences and MacGuffins to the point where they actually use Ryan Reynolds to just kind of deflect from it. There's a scene where they're looking in a room full of boxes and Ryan Reynolds even makes a comment. He's like, yeah, just look for the box that says MacGuffin. I was like, smooth deflection. Little on the nose, but yeah. But don't think I don't see that shit, and don't think the audience doesn't either, because that's exactly what it is a deflection. But in a simple way of entertainment, flaws aside, it absolutely did its job. It's like everything 90s vomited on screen or Netflix for your enjoyment. I would be hard-pressed to find a movie that has more conveniences than this movie has, if that bothers you. Look, you know you more than I know you. If you need everything to line up and you see a movie that's trying to be too convoluted as a movie that's trying to hide its flaws and conveniences, that is, and you need a movie like this, you need a super master thief movie to be the most cleverly written and directed film known to man, you're not gonna like it. It's as simple as that. I just can't break it down more than that. But I love me a solid throwback, and for me, I was like, whoa, it's like 1999 all over again. And I was actually having a good time with the movie. The movie was a fun thief adventure. It asks too much of its audience sometimes, but if you're able to just sit back and be like, yeah, that was dumb bullshit, but hey, fun ride, I think you'll enjoy it. Especially if you have Netflix. Not like you have to leave the house. That goes into it for me. That goes into part of the experience. If you have to leave the house and pay $15 a ticket or whatever, that really does go into whether or not it's like, how much did I enjoy this? I mean, let's be honest, paying $15 a ticket to sit in an uncomfortable movie theater chair. Some of them have the recliners, I know. But not all of them. You're sitting in this chair, you got someone using their phone down there in the front row, you got someone talking behind you, or you get to lounge around in your couch watching a Netflix movie, vacuuming cornflakes off your chest like your Uncle Buck or some shit. One of those two scenarios just sounds more comfortable. It makes me be more lenient on movies. I'll just say I had a fun time with it, no alcohol required. Here's the real bet. In this movie you have thieves, treasure hunting, takes you all across the globe. What's the over-under that this is a more enjoyable Uncharted movie than the actual Uncharted movie is going to be? Alright, so Red Notice, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.